Motagua contra Sporting San Miguelito en la fase de grupos de la CONCACAF Copa Centroamericana 2023. Should be a very interesting game on FS2, mind you, as well. Starting 11s are as follows. For Motagua, in goal, Jonathan Rougier. They're playing at home, of course. Kevin Alvarez, Marcelo Pereira, Raul Santos, Ricky Zapata, the back four. Carlos Argueta, Walter Martinez, Juan Delgado, Yerson Maja, the midfielders. The strikers, Ivan Lopez and Agustin Osmendi for Motagua. For Sporting San Miguelito in goal, Jose Guerra. You remember him if you're a Toronto fan, I can tell you that much. Played for Kai when they beat Toronto. Back five. Michael Casasola, Emmanuel Gomez, Javier Rivera, Richard Peralta, Emmanuel Chanis. The midfield three, Edgar Aparicio, Rodrigo Tello, Valentin Pimentel. And then the front two strikers, Leslie Heraldez and Jorlian Sanchez for Sporting San Miguelito. You know, I'm good with what they got. The 27 teams. Preliminary round, 27, 16. Then you have the 5 byes. That's 12. 11 teams, 22. That is 27 teams. Yeah, I'm good with that. I think that's good. I'd rather it be 27 teams than 32. Like you are legitimately scratching the bottom of the barrel if you went 32 teams and went back to a group stage. So I think 27 is the most fair without scraping the bottom of the barrel. I agree with that. But I guess MLS and Mexico are becoming like that for CONCACAF Champions Cup. Yep. Timbers 2 are also playing. Speaking of, TFC 2 won their MLS Next Pro game today, so that's good news. I didn't choose to cover it because, well, I didn't even think they would win. Same problems with the second team as there is the first. And there's no Coelho paping over the cracks this year like he did last year with the second team. And I guess he's not doing enough to paper over the cracks with the main team. So, I didn't watch. They won, though. They beat Red Bull, too. But good luck to the Timbers, too. Teams are walking out here at Estadio Chalato Ugles in Tegucigalpa. Motagua playing at home at Chalato Ugles. Boca versus Nacional goes to Pens. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Teams walking out will be ready to go very soon in Chalato Ugles as well. Let me look up at the standings. Jornada 2 of the group, Group D. See where we are. At the end of the day, Saprissa plays tomorrow. If they win, they top the group with 6. Universitario has a point. Cartagena and Jocaro both have 0 points. Cobat Imperial has 4 points, topping the group until Saprissa plays in Group A. Real Esteli has won both their games, 6 points. Kai has a point. Olympia has a point. CD Fas do not have any points. Shelahu should be able to. CD Fas lose. Shelahu claims 3 points. They're in second. Olympia and Kai tied for third. Fas is fourth. Olympia has to win out, and they have to hope points are spread around the group to get through. It's a tough task. Group C, I guess the champion's curse still lives, right? For the CONCACAF League champion. I guess the champion's curse still lives. Just because it's a new tournament. Starting 11 from Motagua: Jonathan Rushier, Kevin Alvarez, Marcelo Pereira, Ricky Zapata, Ivan Lopez, Walter Martinez, Yeson Maja, Agustin Osmendi, Raul Santos, Carlos Argueta, and Juan Delgado. Is that the Jose Escalante that played for Calvary? Hold on. Is he playing for Motagua now? Hold on. Let's see. Yep, he moved to Motagua on loan. All right, well, that's interesting. Group C, Jose Escalante from Calvary's playing for Motagua on the bench now. Miguelito wearing white, Motagua wearing their navy blue, as of tradition, of course. Group C, Herediano, 1 win, 1 draw, 4 points. Comunicaciones, 3 points with a win. They have to play Diriahen tomorrow. Diriahen's in third. Real España lost their game. Aguila lost their game. España has a week break. Diriahen and Comunicaciones play tomorrow. We will cover that. Sporting San Miguelito in goal: Jose Guerra, Edgar Aparicio, Javier Rivera, Michael Casasola, Emmanuel Gomez, Richard Peralta, Emmanuel Chanis, Rodrigo Tello, Leslie Heraldez, Valentin Pimentel, and Jorian Sanchez. And Group D, where this match is being played, Alajuelense has first place. They won both their games, 6 points. Motagua has 3 points. If they win this tournament, this group is pretty much set. Pretty much. This group is pretty much set if Motagua wins. Because San Miguelito, Olancho, and Verdez, well, they probably ain't going to get to 6 points. None of them. So if Motagua wins, it's going to be Alajuelense and Motagua getting out of Group D. It just depends on who wins when they play each other. So if Motagua wins, I think we know who gets out of Group D. Because there's only 2 games left per team, and well, and one of them is against each other when it comes to Alajuelense and Motagua. Basically, who wins the group wins that game. No, I would say no. Dak is not a bust. I would say if you're going by better team, Motagua. No, hell no. No. Group stage would be better than a Swiss format. If they go Swiss model format, I'm going to snap. I hate the Swiss model. I would rather them do a group stage than do a Swiss format. If you're going to have a group stage, do it the regular way. Do it the original way. Don't do the Swiss model, I swear. I do like those Motagua kits, though. And we're off. Motagua kicks off, and we're off. Pretty much, they still have to play 10 games, but they're pretty much all but mathematically eliminated. They're not mathematically eliminated, but the only thing I care about at this point is if Toronto beats Montreal on the 20th. After that, I don't give a crap what they do. As long as they beat Montreal, that's it. I'm good. At this point, just beat Montreal. That's it. That's it. You could lose every other of the 9 games. I'm not getting my hopes up that if they beat Montreal, I just want them to beat Montreal. After that, you could lose everything else. You could lose all the 9 games left. So, yeah, Sporting San Miguelito's logo looks a little bit like AC Milan. And I guess Motagua's kind of looks like PSG, but it's a lot more Miguelito looks like AC Milan. I did not bet. No. I'm just watching this. 1 minute in, 0-0, 0-0, Motagua. How do you get away with ripping off a logo like that, like Sporting San Miguelito did? I said it last year, and I'll say it again. They ripped off AC Milan's logo and got away with it. Highway robbery. Cross in. Maybe a little bit more narrow, kind of like Juventus's old logo, but yeah. It's sort of weird. People are asking, part of me thinks I should do like a weekly Ramen Noodle Express for like bets, like best bets weekly, you know? And like going into the weekend and then turning around to Friday, there's all your best bets. And then, I don't know. A Ramen Noodle Express or a weekend Ramen Noodle Express and then like midweek Ramen Noodle Express. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Josh Pate's changed the name of it this year anyway. He always does. I like Ramen Noodle Express because if you lose, you're going to be eating ramen noodles. If you win, well, if you like ramen, like me, I guess it doesn't matter. If you don't, third minute. Maybe you could buy some better ones. Which, honestly, I don't like the higher quality P.F. Chang's ones. Weird. Martichan for me. Libya, there's a team that uses AC Milan's 90s logo, the one with the thin colored lines. But instead of AC Milan, it's Al Ittihad LYB. So this happens to smaller clubs anyway. Okay. 3 minutes. But I think that's the actual AC Milan logo. Like, they didn't change much. Maybe a bit more narrower. Smart. 3 minutes. Yes. I think Pulisic will be great at AC Milan. I think it'll be wonderful. Motagua starting a bit tight. Motagua's letting Sporting San Miguelito have a chance, try to figure out their open spots. Juve copied kits. Yeah, Juve's old logo is copied a lot. Like, if you think about it, I think the Sporting San Miguelito logo is about as narrow as the old Juve logo. But it has the AC Milan colors, so it's pretty close. A Malta club called Rabat Ajax uses it. A Malta club called Rabat Ajax. Well, isn't Rabat in Morocco? Or is it a Moroccan club that plays in the Malta system, sort of like how Monaco plays in France? I'm doing great. How we doing, Angus? Stuffing my face with McDonald's. Nice. I ate some leftover lasagna, then I'll eat like a pasta or a pastaroni bowl. Like there's a little pastaroni bowl, microwavable bowl I'll eat after the football and after I'm done with everything. So, and of course, Nutty Buddy and some vanilla wafers because I still got half a box of those. So, yeah. 5th minute. City probably called Rabat. Shot! Oh, off the crossbar! Rougier! What a big save. Jonathan Rougier with a big save. Does he get called up to Honduras? Shrimp stir fry. That sounds good. They haven't started yet. And besides, I'm just a Dak Prescott fan. If he was playing for another team, I'd have that jersey. He just stayed with the Cowboys. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm just a Dak Prescott fan. Hail State. He made us relevant. What do you mean? He made Mississippi State relevant. Shot! Oh, that was Miguelito's side of the pitch. My bad. Good save. Hey, Guerra. Oh, it was Jose Guerra. Well, he's pretty good too. My bad. He's pretty good too. He stood in his head against Toronto. Yeah, it was going this way from Ottawa. My bad. Jose Guerra did make a great save that put it on the crossbar. He's good. I know he don't play for Panama, though. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Personally, Toronto should sign him. I like Tomas Romero. Don't get me wrong, but if both El Salvador and the USA are playing during international break and there's no MLS not stopping for the break, well, we need a better goalkeeper. I don't know. Jose Guerra sounds like that guy. Or maybe your second goalkeeper shouldn't be international either. Fourscreen used the Barcelona logo till they got copyright claims, so they rebranded. That's what you don't do in England. You're going to get copyright claimed. Boca goes through the quarters. Let's go. Now Miguelito's going the way of Rougier. There we go. But Motagua clears. They're going to play it forward. Motagua does look like a better team, though. As they should. like, Group D is pretty obvious. Motagua wins. Alajuelense and Motagua are all but through. They both play one game not against each other, and they play a game against each other. I mean, they're all but through. 2-1. TFC 2-1, 2-1. TFC 2-1, 2-1. That was a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast. But they won. That kind of sucks. At least could have at least tried to get to a shootout cross. But I think Toronto TFC 2 is way too behind to get close on points. Nice. But again, Motagua, the position they're in, if they win tonight, both Alajuelense and Motagua are all but through, because Alajuelense would have to play. They played Verdez, and I think they played Olancho. They have to play Miguelito and Motagua. They're going to beat Miguelito. They've already won, too. It's basically Motagua beats Miguelito. Well, here we are. Whenever they play, that's whoever wins that wins the group. They're going to win their third. They're going to win their third game against the other teams. So it's going to be 9 points to 9. And then whoever wins against each other wins the group, or whoever has the better goal differential in case of a draw. But again, if Motagua wins tonight, basically Alajuelense and Motagua are all but through, and they're just fighting for first. Because even with the smaller clubs, I mean, head-to-head is pretty much out the window, too. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. How we doing, Henry? Doesn't North Carolina always choke? 9th minute. But that Alajuelense, am I doing that Alajuelense Motagua match? Let me see. I think I got to check my calendar, but let's just see where the matches are. I think I am, because it'd be stupid not to. They're going to play week 4. Of course. They're going to play week 4. Motagua plays Olancho. Alajuelense played Olancho week 1. They won. Motagua beat Verdez. Alajuelense beat Verdez. Motagua is playing San Miguelito. San Miguelito is playing Verdez. Motagua is playing Olancho next week. Alajuelense, San Miguelito. Yeah, they're playing the last week of the group stage. They knew. They damn well knew. I think I am doing it. Yep. 9 p.m., August 31st. Yeah, I think I am. Yep. I am doing Alajuelense Motagua. Why wouldn't you? Because it's MLS Next Pro, and it was a 5-4 game. I mean, it happens. 10th minute, it happens. But yeah, I think I am. I ain't missing that one. Undefeated's very likely. 9 points to 9 points. Whoever wins the group. And then if not, we're going to have to look at the goal differential. So as of now, that would be 4 plus 4 for Alajuelense, plus 4 for Alajuelense, and plus 5 for Motagua. So we'd have to see where that goes. Oh, that's good. That's what you should do, though. Like, that's a good idea. Like, if it was me, personally, if you got knocked out of Leagues Cup early, I would have played my first team guys on the second team when they played, at least to keep them fit. Is that cheating? No, you can send down as many people as you want. And there's no cap in MLS Next Pro, because they know damn well there's situations like that. They're playing when the main team isn't playing, and you got to send down your players to keep them fit, or rehab assignments. So again, personally, if it was me, I would want TFC to play some of their bigger players on TFC 2. Yes, all of them are on Friday night, so I'm covering 2 of them, and then the other 2, well, 3 of them are being played at the same exact time. So, yeah, I'm only covering 2. I'm covering Miami live, LAFC versus Monterrey live RSR. That's what I got on Friday. And then both semifinals I should be able to do live and RSR. So the whole semifinals, I'll cover both semifinals on the same day, because one's earlier, one's later, because one's in the West no matter what, LAFC is hosting. And I guarantee you, and then Miami or Philly. Philly would probably, it would either be Philly or it goes to Miami for, of course, Querétaro if they were to. I mean, Charlotte isn't winning, but still. The two big ones I'm covering. Nashville, Minnesota. Nobody cares. And Philadelphia, Querétaro, I think we know where that's going. Well, I mean, besides fans of those teams. Pretty much where we are. I mean, the two big quarterfinals is the ones I'm covering. Philadelphia, I'll get score updates. Same as Nashville, Minnesota. But if you're not a Minnesota, Nashville, Philadelphia, or Querétaro fan, you do not care about those two games. But even then, if I wanted to watch at least two during the round of the quarterfinals, those 3 at 7, I would have to hope that the one FS1 game is not Miami because, again, as I said, Apple TV does not like Google Chrome. So if I wanted to do a double, it's stupid, legitimately. They were like, oh, the quarterfinals are on Friday and Saturday. Nope, we're putting them all on Friday. Probably because, and call me crazy, America didn't win. You see, if America won, they would have had Querétaro, Philly, and America versus Minnesota/Toluca, which would have been Minnesota, on the other day, and then Miami and LAFC, right. But since they didn't, they're just putting everything on the same day, and the two games that matter are the ones that everybody's going to watch. The two games that really don't matter, except the fans of the teams that are in there, will be watched by those fans. So, there you go. 13th minute. Nice. I'm glad he's doing okay. I'm glad he's doing okay. Or it wasn't what he thought it was. But I'm glad he's doing okay. Or doing better. 14th minute. 0-0. 0-0. Motagua playing forward. See, personally for me. So, yeah, when it comes to Leagues Cup on Friday, Miami, Charlotte, LAFC, Monterrey. Live for both, review for LAFC, Monterrey. Which probably would not be good for my views, at least on the review, but, well, it is what it is. Well, technically, the semifinals are also going to be like that. I'll be live for Miami, so that's good. I can't review the game, but I still got the views for the stream. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, Marseille is a horrible club right now, or just a horrible team. I wouldn't say horrible club, but a horrible team. Rougier facing the free kick from Sporting San Miguelito. Marseille's always been sort of mid in my lifetime, though. Except the one time they won the league during PSG's reign of terror. Oh, yeah, they made the Europa League final once in my lifetime and then lost to Atletico. Remember that? 16th minute. Cross in. Header. Past the post. Arsene Wenger's last year at Arsenal. Atletico beats Arsenal. Marseille beat Red Bull Leipzig or Red Bull Salzburg in the semifinal. Was it? It was one of the Red Bull clubs in the semifinal, I think. Yeah. And they beat them, and it was Atletico versus Marseille in the Europa League final. Man, I ran. Like that afternoon, I ran home from school. Was I in finals at that point? So I actually was able to watch the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, for that Europa League final when it was Marseille. I think we still had finals at that point. But the game started at like what 1? It was a 2-day final or a 2-hour final, 2-class hour final instead of 3. I think it was 6, 7. I think. Hajduk, Rijeka, and Oshek all playing tomorrow in Conference League. Which League One are we talking about? English League One or USL League One? I think. So basically, I got out 30 minutes. This was the year before Chelsea made it. So this was grade 11. So I get out like 30 minutes before the Europa final starts. I run home. I'm not that far away. Like, I was able to walk home. I'm not that far away. But I was like, I'm not taking my sweet time. I can tell you that much because I think it was one of my farther away classes. And I had to get to my locker, get stuff out of my locker, and get home. So I had to go around the school, get in my locker, get out. And, oh, by the way, no, I think the 400, 800 straight away was clear by then because that was hell. That 400, 800 hallway, oh, that was hell. Especially like during lunchtime and the start of the day, that was hell. So and my locker was in the 400 hallway, like not in the cross of it, but like the second part of it. So I don't run in, but when I get out, I'm running home. French League One in reference to Marseille, Ligue 1. There we go. Yeah, that sucks. I agree. Ligue 1 sucks. I agree. So, but what my point is I wanted to get home quick enough on that day to watch the Europa League final. And luckily, I got out early because it was a finals day. So it was an earlier finals day. It wasn't 3 classes, it was 2. It was late May. And yeah, I got home quick enough, changed into my home clothes, and yeah, me and my nana watched that Europa League final. Did you watch Comunicaciones vs Real España? Was it good? I did not watch that. They didn't play. When did they play? I didn't watch that. I know Comunicaciones won. That's clear. Oh my God, that was shanked. How horrible was that? What the hell? Stupid. How you gonna shank that? So yeah, that's a story that references Marseille. Since we're talking about them, shot, goal, Motagua, gol de Motagua, 1-0. Point is, I get home, I change out of what I wore to school. I put on my pajama pants and put on a t-shirt and put my hat back on. That's what I meant by home clothes. Like what? You wear the same? 1-0 Motagua. I need AC Milan to win. You mean Sporting San Miguelito? 21st minute, ball played forward. Yersin Maha scores for Motagua. Yersin Maha scores. Amazing run, puts it past Guerra. Yersin Maha. #21st minute. 1-0. Tomorrow's the Old Timers game in Livno, Bosnia. Davor Suker, Robert Kovacs, Niko Kovac, Zlatko Dalic are some of the players. 65,000 tickets sold in a 5,000 seat stadium. That sounds like a good game. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds amazing. 22nd minute, 1-0 Motagua. They got the lead. They've been the better team. Of course, they're the bigger side. They're the bigger club. They should be the better team. But that's where we are. Yerson Maha scores. Beautiful goal, too. Amazing run. But do you have non-MLS team kits? Chelsea, Liverpool, Huddersfield Town, Mexico kit, of course, the U.S. kit, the Canada kits, Forge, Bayern Munich, Louisville City, of course, that SpongeBob jersey, too. I guess you're talking about non-CONCACAF, to be honest, but Italy, of course. Real Madrid. I think Miami will beat Charlotte easily. I agree. But 2 Chelsea kits, Liverpool, Bayern, Real Madrid, Italy, and that's Huddersfield Town, and that's all my non-CONCACAF kits. My non-MLS CONCACAF kits are Louisville City, Mexico, USA, 2 Canada kits, Forge FC. That technically that SpongeBob kit is CONCACAF because I wear it for Central American teams, especially if their colors are closer to those colors, like Olympia or Honduras, or it works until I get one of Olympia or Honduras, or you get the point. I have no Liga MX teams yet. Headed away. I do want that Club America current home kit. That is an amazing kit. Tigres is a nice home kit as well. Top 5 kits that I own, I would say, of course, Authentics are better. Maha once again plays it. Shot, cross. For me, I'm going to say top 5 kits. I like the TFC 2020 kit. Clean, nice and clean. Their home kit. I like the St. Louis kit. I wish it was an authentic, but it's not. But still pretty awesome. Louisville City, 3rd. I think Chelsea, 2016-17 is 4th. And Canada, the Business Blacks, is 5th. And especially when I get it pressed, because I was going to get a player put on there customized. Chelsea are getting another player, Captain America player from Leeds United. Yeah, Tyler Adams, I saw. Which, I like it, but still. But, yeah, I got to go get that Louisville kit and that Canada kit pressed and customized. Printed, pressed, you know what I mean. Got to go to Soccer Master and get those orders put in. I'm not going to tell you who I'm getting put on the Canada kit until you see it. I don't know what it wouldn't be called an unboxing, but it's a kit I already have, but still. Like a modded Canada soccer kit unveiling. Probably what I would call it. It's not a total unboxing. It's a jersey I've had before that I'm just getting pressed. I need to get that done soon, so it's back by October 13th, because I will be live for Japan versus Canada. I will be, even if it's 5 in the morning. Friday, October 13th. Be there, be square. And I win either way, but still. I want Canada to win, but I win either way. 27th minute, 1-0, 1-0. Who knows? Maybe I'll be in the living room. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's the worst semi-kit practice is the MLS Captain America version. Makes me dizzy. Yeah, those are ugly. I saw those at Academy Sports and Outdoors because I went about 2 weeks ago, I think. And they had the St. Louis kits, the Captain America ones. And I'm like, I was looking at the kits, like the jerseys for St. Louis teams. And I was like, nope, that's even worse in person. Like, I thought it was horrible just looking at the pictures of the Captain America kits. But I go in and I look at them like, those are worse in person. Because they also had the U.S. blue kits that they were wearing at the Gold Cup. But they were the women's kits. They had the 4 stars. It wasn't a blank crest. It had the 4 stars. And I was like, if I'm going to buy the blue kit, I'm going to buy it without the stars. Because one, I think they were all in a men's cut, but I don't want the stars on it. I do want that blue USA kit, though, that they were wearing at the Gold Cup. That is an amazing kit. Canada's playing Japan in October, yes. They just announced it a couple of days ago. Cross in. Because it's on Japan's dime, not Canada's. Because they're going to Japan. But I really do want that USA blue kit from a Gold Cup. I thought you had a T-Day shirt. No, I don't. Maybe you saw somebody wanting to freaking send me one, or saw somebody saying they wanted to send me one, which didn't happen. 28th minute, 1-0, 1-0 Motagua. If Motagua wins, they're pretty much through, and it's really just Alajuelense and Motagua playing for first at this point. Yerson Maho with a goal. Motagua dominating. But Canada's playing Japan when? They're playing October 13th. Friday, October 13th. The morning of Friday, October 13th. Because, time zones. So probably about 5 or 6, 7 in the morning. So they haven't said the time. They just said the date. But I'm going to guess from like 5 to 8 in the morning it kicks off. Somewhere around there. Maybe 4 on the early side. Cross in. Cool. If you go to Split, Croatia, the Hajduk logo's on everything. Google said Hajduk is the most product-sponsored teams. Diapers, rolling papers, baby bottles, potato chips. That's badass. I don't care. That is badass. Like, if there was a Toronto FC logo on everything or a CONCACAF logo on everything, I would buy anything. No, you don't get it. If there was a way I could buy everything with a Toronto FC logo or a CONCACAF logo on it, or Canada Soccer, I would do it. So I like what they're doing there. Will it be on TV? I don't know where they're going to show it. It'll be on One Soccer if you're in Canada. Shot saved by Guetta. Nice reaction save. I have no idea. Like, are you talking about the home kit? Like the white kit with like the blue dots, like the blue small polka dots, like water drips? I think yeah. It's better than the one they were wearing in Qatar. It's better than the men's, what they were wearing in Qatar, and then what the men have kept wearing. They took the away kit, which is pretty nice, and it was also better than the blue kit they were wearing in Qatar, but at least the blue kit in Qatar was better than the home kit. But it's a good thing. Honestly, the best shirt the men wore in Qatar was their warm-up kit, like the tie-dye warm-up kit. That was the best one. That I want to, but it's not great, but it's better than what the men wore in Qatar. At least it has some sort of design. I don't really like it that much either. I think it's also sort of boring. I think the away kits are still way better. I think the women's away kit that became the men's away kit is better as well. Free kick for Timbers too. What the men were wearing at the Gold Cup and the women's are wearing, he should be, unless he's hurt in the next 3 months, he should be. Like, He's doing well in preseason. He should play. I can't predict injuries. So right now, yeah, he should. If he's not hurt, he's getting called up. It's a 1-game window. Japan has a dope kit. The blue kit is awesome, but the woman's cherry blossom kit, that's even more amazing. I want that jersey. I do. If it was in a men's cut, I would get that too because I love that cherry blossom kit. I have no problem wearing the color pink. As you can see with the Miami kit, the St. Louis kit, and the John Cena October shirts, I have no problem wearing the color pink. I look good in every color. Japan kits are always fire. I agree. But that cherry blossom kit, though. So. Maybe I'll wait till they win the Women's World Cup and screw it. I like patches on my jerseys. Penalty for Timbers too. If it has the Women's World Cup Champions patch on it, I don't care. Same here. Honestly, it was one of the best kits this year. It really was. On my countdown, I had it number 1, number 2, like it was in the top 3. I don't exactly remember, but it was in the top 3. Like the St. Louis home kit is just beautiful. Like that was the best inaugural kit I've seen ever in MLS history. Like in MLS history, or at least recent history, that's nice. Yeah, the one that Christian... Wait, are you talking about the purple one from last year, like the lilac purple, or the one that they won the Champions League in back in 17? Which one? Like the darker purple one in 17 or the lilac one that they were wearing this year? That's a hard resolution to have. Last year. Okay, that lilac one is pretty cool. I do agree. Monzon scores for Timbers 2. 34th minute, 1-0, 1-0. Motagua. Yeah. But if I do get a Japan kit, I hope I get some use out of it during the Gold Cup in 25 as well. Instead of just the World Cup. Sort of like Copa America, if I was to get an Argentina jersey, wear Argentina kit for Copa America when Argentina plays. Is there a kit you really, really want? Again, the Cherry Blossom Japan kit, the USA Blue Away kit from the Gold Cup, Jamaica home, of course. Italy's Adidas kits kind of suck. I'm not going to lie. Maybe that away kit. I probably should get an Italy kit with a newer crest, but their Adidas kits suck. Maybe the away kit, though, if it is. Oh, wait, no. They also had that, the Finalissima, not the Finalissima, the Nations League kit. They may have lost in it, but that gold Nations League, white gold kit, that was amazing. So, there's that. Even if they lost in it, that jersey was amazing. 36 minute. So, yeah. Again, America's home kit. Current one. Or the new one. I guess the TFC Carnival kit. even though I probably shouldn't get it because that's the front office doesn't deserve my money, even over Christmas. You know, it's still an amazing kit. So, 37th minute. Real Madrid kit is awesome. Pretty much the same every year. Went to Ecuador in 2012. Someone in the club gave me a team tracksuit with my name on the back. Later that year, Nacional and Ecuador played Man United in the World Final. That's nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. 38th minute, 1-0. That is awesome. That is amazing. That is amazing. 37th minute here. One 0 Motagua, 1-0. Pretty dominant game from Motagua. They may not be winning by much, but they should be winning by more. I think Guerra is sort of saving Sporting San Miguelito from being absolutely pantsed, which is honestly what he does. Independiente stonewalls Toronto at BMO to make sure they don't come back on Independiente in 2019. Universitario in the CONCACAF League. Well, he stood on his head. They may have still lost, but he stood in his head. I think they were playing Motagua that year too. And here, standing on his head. Again, even if Motagua wins, I might just say Jose Guerra's man of the match. If it stays this close, I might just say it. Where my Ecuador tops when I go to Croatian events and Croatian tops to Ecuadorian events. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it. How we doing, Malha? Honestly, yeah. I'm going to say it. If this game stays 1-0 or it's 2-1 or even 2-0 instead of like 6-0, yeah, I'm going to say Jose Guerra is the man of the match, even if Miguelito loses. Because it could have been way worse if he didn't stand on his head. I'm going to be honest. Because, I mean, Motagua's just doing their job. I mean, you could say Yerson Majo's man of the match for scoring. But you know what? I feel a little bit spicy tonight. I feel like I want to go a different route. I feel like I kind of want to stir the pot tonight. So, I don't know. To me personally, if a goalkeeper stands on his head and makes it 1-0 and you only lose 1-0 instead of like a deserved 5-0, to me, the goalkeeper on the losing team is a man of the match. I think that makes sense. I don't know about you, but I think that makes sense. So, 40th minute. I think that makes sense. Of course, we still have to play 50 more minutes, but suffice it to say. Like, I've seen a goalkeeper have a man of the match worthy performance, and his team still loses by 1. But they would have lost by more if the goalkeeper didn't have that performance, you know? So, do you see? No. I watched the game. I did not go. Good game, though. I watched it. Didn't go. .42 minute. And this game's getting a bit chippy. Oh, Lord. The second half's going to just be a shit show, isn't it? Oh, boy. I hate when this happens. Like, I hate when a game gets chippy around the 40th minute. Like, seriously, it's a freaking, it's needless. It's absolutely needless. If you're going to get chippy, I mean, I don't like games getting chippy that much either. Like, I mean, I get the gamesmanship, but seriously, around the 42nd minute, you have a whole half to play and you're getting chippy already. This is going to become an all-out brawl by the end of the game. I swear I hate when this happens. Like, one, you're losing by 1. You still have a chance. Inter Milan away kit, I remember, was the one that impressed me the most. I like the Milan away kit. I do this year. I really want to buy a Milan kit because I want a kit that has Paramount on it. I do. And since Chelsea and the Premier League got that stolen from me, I have no problem wearing an Inter kit, though. So, you know what? Yeah. So, because Chelsea couldn't wear a kit with Paramount Plus on it. Yeah, it has like the 2 sash of the black and blue on there. And it's a white kit with like a black and blue sash. Like, that was pretty good. I like it. I just saw it last night, but I like it. I don't know. I like that better than the home kit this year, actually. But I think I don't know if they're both just the Paramount Plus script or if one has the Mountain. Because if one has the Mountain with the script, it's kind of what I want. Front row center seats on the east side. De Guzman scored late on a quick free kick while the Ecuadorians were arguing with a ref. That sort of reminds me of the Santos. Yeah, that sort of reminded me of the Santos Laguna free kick in the Champions League when Toronto scored in the game they tied and then it became a fight. That sort of reminded me of that free kick, yeah. Those 2 free kicks are very, very similar in my brain. Like, those were probably the 2 most cheeky free kicks I've ever seen. Yeah. The fact that it happened twice. The fact that it happened twice at BMO Field, well, it's crazy. Happened twice. Well, MLS signed Neymar. It sounds like MLS are the favorites. So I'll believe it when I see it, but MLS are the favorites. Now, I don't know if that means the league is the favorites or if Miami is the favorite or New York is the favorite, but it sounds like the league is the favorite. MLS is the favorite to get Neymar. It sounds like it from what I've heard, which I still can't believe it, to be honest. But Miguelito shot straight to Rougier. Sanchez plays it straight to Rougier. 1 minute of stoppage time. True. Imagine if MLS gets Neymar. Like, MLS is growing exponentially, and they only want to make the cap $7 million. Are you stupid? Again, it should be like 20 million. If you still want the training wheels and DPs, it should be 5 DPs, 3 U22 initiative, if you really want to go there, and $20 million in the salary cap. That's where we should be. I think 7's way too low, and I think 4 DPs is still way too low. It should be 5 or 6, 3 U22 initiatives, and then $20 million cap that isn't the initiative or DP. Which means you can pretty much have a team and a half if you want to build it right and be deep. You have a team and a half of starters, and even your backups might be good enough in a pinch. So, and it's halftime, 1-0, 1-0, medio tiempo, Motagua. Newcastle home kit isn't bad. I like the black and yellow. I agree with that. But it's 1-0 Motagua. Yerson Maha scores in the 21st minute. But I agree. But again, we have another 45 minutes of this game. We will review this game once it's over. We got 2 Central American Cup games tomorrow as well. Jocoro Saprissa, Dirigen Comunicaciones. And then, of course, on Friday, we got Miami versus Charlotte and LAFC versus Monterrey, the ones we're covering. Then we have the recap on Saturday. We have Sunday off. Lazy Sunday and a lazy Monday. You love to see it. Tuesday is the semifinals. Semifinal recap on the 13th. And I think I'm also doing some CONCACAF Central American Cup on that day as well. Well, maybe I should. Maybe I should. CONCACAF Caribbean Club Shield matches. We have Sunday and Saturday off. I mean, let's see. Semifinals, Friday, August 11th, Sunday, August 13th at 3 p.m. Should we? How are we even able to watch it? CONCACAF Go, I'm guessing? CONCACAF Go, I'm guessing? Let me see. CONCACAF's YouTube channel. Or is it just CONCACAF Go? Is it just CONCACAF Go? That's different. We'll see. Maybe. Think about it, because why not? I'm going to have to do the club tournament, Caribbean Club Championship anyway, and that's a qualifier. So, there you go. See you later. Peace. Still got 4 or 5 minutes, but we'll see you later. It'll be a crazy moment. Messi comes in and dominates to get to a Leagues Cup and just straight up blows everybody out of the water. It's going to be something. Like, it's going to be pandemonium. Like, there's no other way. So, it'll be crazy. I think it'll get the world talking. I mean, him already doing what he's done is getting the world talking, but it'll be interesting. With that being said, let's take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, we'll be back. 1-0 at the half. 1-0, miedo tiempo, Motagua. Sit tight, we'll be back. We're back for the stats of the half. 4 shots to 3, 3 shots on goal to 1, 1 assist to 0, 6 steals to 6, 9 fouls to 8, 55% possession to 45% possession, 0 offside to 2, 2 corners to 1, 208 correct passes to 176, 33 incorrect passes to 10, 241 passes to 186, 86% pass accuracy to 95, 1 yellow card to 2, no red cards on either side, 1-0, 1-0 at the half, medio tiempo, Motagua. But Motagua's been the better team. I don't think it's been a question that Motagua's been the better team. They've been the stronger side. They've been better than Sporting San Miguelito. They should be winning by more than 1, but here's the thing. Guerra's standing on his head. Jose Guerra's putting in a man-of-the-match performance. As of right now, he's putting in a man-of-the-match performance. And he is single-handedly keeping Sporting San Miguelito in this one. He legitimately is. And as this goes, I believe that we shall see how close Sporting San Miguelito keeps this. They should be losing 3 or 4-0 with the way Motagua was playing. But they're not. But Motagua, as long as they got 3 points, well, you know, that's all that matters now, doesn't it? That's all that matters now, doesn't it? Why did Arsenal bottle the league? I hate Man City, man. Arsenal bottled the league because they lost their best center back. They lost their best center back. William Saliba got hurt, and they just never recovered. Really, William Saliba getting hurt was one of the biggest blows to their season. If William Saliba didn't get hurt, Arsenal would have won the league. I believe it. Arsenal would have won the league. Even if they lost to City, they still wouldn't have bottled the Forest game. They still wouldn't have bottled the Bournemouth or the Southampton game or any of the other games that put them in a position that made the City game pretty much decide the league. If they won all the rest of those games and had Saliba, that City game might have made City pull closer, but City still in the end wouldn't have won the league. Arsenal would have still been points clear. But since Saliba was hurt, that was the problem. It was all down to William Saliba being injured. I think the mentality took a dip, but I think that doesn't help when your best center back is just out for the rest of the year. It was a 4 or 5 week injury, but Arsenal winning this year, I think they are. I do. I think Arsenal's winning the league this year. And I think they're winning the league this year. I'm not going to be so crazy as to say Chelsea's pulling a 2017 all over again. They believe they can. I don't think they are. But if they do, I won't be mad about it. It's something I won't see coming. But the Chelsea players think they could pull a 2017, 16-17 Mark II. How we doing, Yeezus? Should be 3 for Timbers 2. We're kicking Galaxy 2's butt. Yeah, Galaxy 2, Los Dos ain't that good, to be honest. But another 45 minutes here. We'll review this match. Once it's over, the review will be up within the hour, of course, as is tradition. Ryan Bacala Jr. Hey, don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect a pirate like that, all right? If you're going to put my first name with the last name of Coach, call me Ryan Leach. Come on now. Come on now. You know better than that. You know better than that. Soon when Pep leaves City, I see a different Premier League right away. Premier League winner right away. I agree with that. That also works for me. That also works for me, Yeezus. That works. That also works for me. There we go. There we go. Second half's about to start. There we go. Teams are walking out. We're ready for the second half. Now I'm saying don't call me Bacala Jr. That's what I'm saying. Put some respect. If you're going to compare me to somebody, you ain't comparing me to Bacala. No. Going to compare me to a wrestler, you put Cena with my name. If you compare me to a coach, you put Leach with my name. That's what I'm saying. Don't put Bacala by my name. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Substitution, Maja's coming on for Carlos Argueta from Motagua. Bacala my ass, agreed. There we go, exactly. Substitution for Sporting San Miguelito. Oh no, there was just on the touchline. I was like, okay, Ryan Armas. That's better than Bacala. That's better than Bacala. I'll give you that. That I'll say. At least Armas won a trophy. Oh, no. Well, LAFC. Well, no, Armas won a supporter shield in the modern era with a team that wasn't financially doped. So, you know what? The only reason people are starting school already, what? The 9th of August is at least SummerSlam weekend, or at least when it used to be the middle of August, at least around here. Monty's move to Saudi surprised me. Yeah, me too, but all these Saudi moves are surprising me. When I was in school, it started like the middle of August. Like the start of August? That must be California. But any Saudi move surprised me. Like this transfer window, this summer transfer window legitimately has had so many surprises. Like, this is the most chaotic transfer window ever. 1-0 Motagua. 1-0 Motagua is the score starting the half. Free kick here for Sporting San Miguelito. Like, you had Messi going to Miami, Benzema to Saudi, Ruben Neves to Saudi. Like, all these players to Saudi. You're having Neymar's probably going to MLS. Mayo Yoshida to MLS. Maybe it's just we're getting old. I don't know. Maybe it's just weird to me that my childhood and teenage big football stars are finally going to MLS and Saudi. Like, I don't know. Because Cristiano's in Saudi. Benzema, Saudi. Whole list. Henderson, Fabinho. Jota went, didn't he, or no? Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez. Messi to MLS. Neymar to MLS. Busquets to MLS. Jordi Alba to MLS. Like, it's a new era. Like, there's no joke. It's a new era. we are getting old. Like, Mbappe might come to MLS. I've heard some talk for a year. I'd rather it be that than Saudi. Header past the post. Like, we are legitimately... I bet this is what it feels like when people who were younger, when Pele went to the Cosmos and Cruyff went to NASL. I bet this is how this feels to... I bet that's how they... I bet this is how they felt. Like, when... Like, people my dad's age, right? Like, when Pele went to NASL, went to the Cosmos, Cruyff went to NASL. Beckenbauer played over here. Just all the NASL signings. George Best. Like, that's probably how they probably felt what we felt back when that happened. Back when those days happened. I guess Beckham could have been a more millennial version of that. But in a very smaller, I guess Beckham and Gerrard was a more millennial version of that. Early Gen Z version of that. But this is just that to the nth degree. So, I don't know. Because it's... The fact that Jamie Vardy is still in England surprises the hell out of me. The fact that Jamie Vardy is willingly playing in the championship surprises me. I thought he'd go to Saudi. I thought he'd rather play in Saudi than play in the championship. I'm not saying he's not loyal to Leicester, but what player in the Premier League who's been a champion in the Premier League, who has been a top scorer in the Premier League, who has done all that, wants to stay at Leicester after all the stuff he's done? Jamie Vardy's world class. I don't disagree, or he used to be. I don't know if he'd just absolutely tear up the championship. It wouldn't shock me if he did. It wouldn't shock me if he did. Now, it wouldn't shock me. Shot past the post, Rougier, watch it goes out. That'll be a goal kick. Sporting side Miguelito is pushing. They're pushing for a goal here. They're going for it. They're trying to turn this round. He's old now, late 30s. Well, I mean, he acts like it. But, to me, I just didn't expect him playing the championship. That to me is just... You don't see many of the Premier League relegated players staying at their relegated club, even if they're loyal to that club. You just don't see it. Like, Sporting's not doing too bad. No, the second half, they're on the front foot. I'm a bit shocked. Maybe they realize they have a chance to at least pick up a point because, again, group stage. Because of the way, of course, Jose Guerra's playing. Motagua was doing just enough, the bare minimum. They should be up by more. As I said, Jose Guerra has made a lot of good saves. He has done a lot of work. Motagua should be up by more. It does look like the bare minimum, but possession-wise, they've dominated. They've had better shots, better forward chances. Like, Jose Guerra's just saving a lot of them. He's simply loyal to Leicester. He could have left a long time ago to a bigger club. True. But did you see the look on Jamie Vardy's face on that video of Leicester walking out there in their first championship match? He looked like he was Like, he looked like he hated that he was in the championship. I'm not saying he hates that he's still at Leicester, but if you looked at the look in his eyes as they were walking out, you could just tell he hates that Leicester's in the championship, that he's playing in the championship. That's the way I took it, but I don't know. That's the way I took it. I mean, look at Sky Sports' Instagram. I mean, there's a video of them walking out. So, I don't blame him. I mean, but hey, the good news is maybe Jamie Vardy's going to score 10 goals or 15 goals this year. I'm not saying he's going to go full Ben Brereton Diaz fake Chilean, but I don't see how Jamie Vardy wouldn't score at least 15 goals in the championship. I will say that right now. Since he's there, I would definitely, I'd put a bet on Jamie Vardy scoring 15 or more in the championship. Like over 15 goals. I would do it. I'd do it. 48 games, 15 goals. That don't sound so hard to me. I'd do it. I guess 47 games now. Or 45 games now, I should say. 55th minute. Cross in. Cross in. What a save by Guerra. Another big save by Jose Guerra for Sporting San Miguelito. 56th minute. Header. Good clearance. Big save. Nice play from Motagua, but Jose Guerra, again, big save. Why is he so good is my question. Again, stood in his head against Toronto at BMO Field. Stood in his head in CONCACAF League for Universitario. Now here. He's just good. He's, at the big moments, Jose Guerra is so damn good. Just amazing. I guess making him a second goalkeeper or a third goalkeeper wouldn't be smart. But you know what? Dude has turned into Menjivar. He always finds ways. Here's a chance. Motagua. Ooh. Good defensive play from Miguelito there. Didn't have to force the save. Cross. Yes. Header. Down. No. 2-0 Timbers at halftime. Not bad. Not bad at all. Here's a chance from Miguelito. What a block. It's becoming a defensive chess game, I think. It's becoming a defensive chess game here. I like it. I like it. I like it. 58th minute. Oh. Oh. Gabi Torres and Munoz coming on for Sporting San Miguelito. Torres for Aparicio, Edgar Aparicio, and Munoz for Rodrigo Tello. Yes, 58th minute. This is probably the most hinged game we've seen in a while, though. I will say that much. Like, the past couple of game days have been unhinged. Absolutely unhinged. Mostly on the field. Ricardo Clark is the Whitecaps 2 coach. That's cool. Cross in. Shot! Oh, off the post! Header in! Goal! 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 Goal de Motagua! 2-0. And there's no VAR. They can't check that. That's in. Good goal. What a play. The rebound. And it's Yerson Maya again. Again, it's Yerson Maya. Cleans up the rebound and pops it into the net. Another goal from Motagua. Ball crossed in. Beautiful cross off the post. Yerson Maya sees that he has to pop it in, and he does. There's the goal. It was coming, yep. And that's 2. That's 2. Lopez off the bar. Cross gets turned in anyway. And it is Yerson Maya in the 60th. He scored the 21st. He scores another. Two 2-0. Amazing turns the rebound back in. A brace for Yerson Maya. Now, I think now he's the man of the match. I don't think that changes. Yeah, he's the man of the match now. He's the man of the match now. Yeah, 2 goals. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I'll still give Jose Guerra's due though for making the saves that he made. If it stays about 2-0, I'll still give him his due, but he won't be the man of the match. Yerson Maya scores a brace. I think that's man of the match. Once you start scoring a brace and then scoring a hat trick or have like a brace with an assist or 1 goal and 2 assists, yeah, that's man of the match. Like, that's not a question. You can't. Yeah, 62nd minute. You can't. Shot over the bar. A corner for Sporting San Miguelito. They're getting back forward. Sporting San Miguelito's not giving up. I got to say that. They're not giving up. Yerson Maya scored 2 goals for Motagua. It's 2-0. 2-0 Motagua. And they've been dominant. They should be up by more. But Sporting San Miguelito start off the second half pretty well, trying to go forward to get the equalizer at that point. They didn't get it. But they were playing forward. They were playing a little bit better in the second half. A little bit of a defensive chess match. But Motagua got the second, and they're going to have to open up. So it might just get worse for Sporting San Miguelito. But right now, I mean, you can't be too mad about a 2-0 loss if you're Sporting San Miguelito. Corpas coming on. Corpas coming on for Michael Casasola. Sporting is hanging in there. They're breathing. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think they change anything, though. Alexi Corpas? Yep, Alexi Corpas. Alexis Corpas. Who he used to play for? Heard that name before. Did he play for Independiente? Did he? Let's see. Where are we? Let's go transfer market. Yeah, that's the best I could use. Let's see. Yep, he played for Independiente. Left in 2020 for Tauro. No, in 2018 he played for Tauro. Then he went to Independiente in the start of 2018. He played against Toronto. Left Independiente in 2020 for Miguelito. So, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think he was on 2 of those 3 teams, yeah. Yeah. That's why his name sounds familiar. Melendez is coming on from Motagua at the 64th minute. Yeah, they do. Slightly. They don't score soon. It doesn't matter. 64th minute. Showing fighting heart, not giving up. I agree. That's a good thing. I agree with that. 64th minute. $26 minutes to go. Plus stoppage time. Clearance there. Cross in. Oh, shot blocked away. Corner from Miguelito. Yeah, they ain't giving up. I can tell you that much. Melendez coming on for Motagua for 2. Kevin Alvarez. Or 8. It's actually 8. That would be Walter Martinez for Melendez. That didn't look like a 2. Hopefully y'all get that win. They're waiting to get the player on to take the corner. Melendez for Martinez. Yep. They really need to print the number on the shorts. Like, that would be nice. I do not see the number of the player on the shorts. Like, don't you have to have the number on the shorts in a visible area? Like, isn't that a rule? What if San Miguelito plays America? America should still kick their ass no matter what. Save by Rugier. That'll be a goal kick. 66th minute. America should still dominate them. That's not a question. Now, but the America we've been watching, maybe they'll play down to them and only win 1-0 instead of when they should win like 5 or 7. I don't know what the fresh hell's going on with America. I think it's not an invisible area. I think that should be a rule. Yeah. As well as putting the names on the players' kits. Because sometimes during CONCACAF League, some teams don't have, or Central American Cup, but back in CONCACAF League, they don't have the player's name on the back of the shirt. If you're playing an international competition, you should be wearing the name on the back of the shirt, even if you don't do it in the league. It is the 66th minute, so 24 minutes. 67th minute, so about 23 minutes. Yeah, 23 minutes plus stoppage time. 2-0 Motagua 2-0. So personally, number on the shorts in a visible area, name on the back of the shirt. For Gold Cup, any Confederation sanctioned competition, there should be a name on the back of the shirt. Shot past the post. Oh, goal kick for Rugier. Sporting San Miguelito almost popped one in there. Motagua's playing a little bit, falling a bit asleep that they don't need to be. Alexi Corpas puts it wide, but almost. Almost. Again, if Motagua wins, they're pretty much all but through in the group stage. Motagua is all but through in the group stage if they win. They'll be on 6 points, just like Alajuelense. No other team has a point in Group D. And there's 2 more games left for everybody. And one of those games is Motagua versus Alajuelense. I don't think Verdes could pick up 6 points. And still, it's very likely, not mathematically eliminated yet, the other 3 teams, but Motagua still plays 1 more game against the rest of them. I think that's Olancho. Shot blocked away, and then Of course, Independiente plays Sporting San, not Independiente, Alajuelense plays Sporting San Miguelito before they play each other. Very likely both teams have 9 points. The rest of the teams cannot get to 9 points, even if one of them won out. So it's very likely if this goes as a Motagua win with everybody else having 0 points, Motagua and Alajuelense are all but through. And if they win their next matches, if they both win their next matches or win and draw, there is no way that Sporting San Miguelito, Olancho, or Verdes will be able to get out of the group. So, pretty much, if Motagua wins, they're all but through. Not mathematically through, but they're all but through. And it's very also likely that when Alajuelense plays Sporting, they're going to win. And when Alajuelense or Motagua plays Olancho, they're going to win. That Alajuelense shot hits the post. Header hits the post for Sporting San Miguelito. And I think Sporting goes down to Alajuela. I'll check that, but still. Motagua went down to Belize. Think it's C. Yeah, it's Group C. If only because Group C, yes. It's Group C. You could say Group B, but I think Olympia is just falling to the Champions curse. The CONCACAF League Champions curse is still alive, turns out, and it may have just transferred. And if Olympia doesn't get out of the group or win the Central American Cup, the curse may transfer. But the way they say it is Olympia are still the defending, reigning Central CONCACAF League champions. So technically, I wouldn't be surprised if the Central American Cup is the same trophy or one of the 2 trophies that they've given out for the CONCACAF League. If they go back to the UNCAF trophy or they keep the current CONCACAF League trophy for the Central American Cup, considering they still kept the CONCACAF Champions League trophy as the Champions Cup trophy. They may have a new trophy for the Caribbean Cup or keep the Caribbean Club Championship trophy as the Caribbean Cup. I don't know. So, yeah, but for me, it's B or C. But Olympia might be falling to the Champions curse. It's still alive. You would have thought if CONCACAF League was ended and it was a new tournament, it would be dead. No. This is why you shouldn't call them defending CONCACAF League champions, because that puts you in a position that brings back the voodoo. How we doing, Sebastian? Raiders fan. Well, I mean, as a Patriots fan, well, thank you for making Tom Brady's career, pretty much. Olympia's falling under the pressure. Or they're just cursed. Or they're just under the champions curse. And, well, they're just under the CONCACAF League champions curse, and it's still transferred to the Central American Cup. Either way, that's my best explanation. I mean, that's my best explanation. I mean, how the hell are Olympia losing to Real Esteli and drawing Kai? Like, I get Esteli was at home, but Olympia should still at least draw that game. They're in trouble. Even if they win out, they're in a little bit of trouble. I'm gonna blame it on the champions curse. And if they get eliminated, I'm gonna blame it on the champions curse because I had them winning the whole thing. I'm just going to say, hey, I didn't know the champions curse would still affect them. I didn't know it was still alive. I thought it was dead when the CONCACAF League was gotten rid of. Nope, still alive. Because they're technically the defending CONCACAF League champions and reigning in the final. I guess when you say that, it brings back the bad luck. And here we are. They're using their best team. Like, they're using their guys. It's not like they're using some B team, especially not against Real Esteli. Independiente, I mean, if they did, I'd understand. But You don't disrespect them, but no, they're playing their big boys. They're playing their big guys. It's just not going their way. They're not out, but they got to do some. They got to win 2 games. They got to win 2 in a row and hope the other points get spread around. I mean, you think 7 points is enough to get out of the group. Like it should. If you beat Foz, which they have to play Foz, and they also have to play Shelahu. If they beat Shelahu and they beat Foz, Shelahu has 3 points. So that's 3 points that Shelahu won't get. That's 4 points. They play Foz. Foz are on 0. Olympia has 7. Independiente has to play Esteli, and I think they still have to play the rest of the 3. Esteli has to play 2 more games. Shelahu has to play 2 more. Independiente has 3. Chaman's curse indeed. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Shot past the post. At this point, I thought it would be over. Nope. 75th minute. Nope. It's weird. I bet they're going to start, and if Olympia got eliminated, they're probably going to start using that, saying, this is why we say it's difficult to play here, but it's more difficult to win here. If you look at that slogan on the ad board, it's difficult to play here, more difficult to win here. And they're going to say that if Olympia gets eliminated, they're going to say that's why these tournaments, it is difficult to play here and it's more difficult to win here. They're going to use that to push home their point. Just wait. If they get eliminated. It's not even a week yet. I'm still disappointed with the loss. Dallas and Miami. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, that one hurt. Like, yeah, that one hurts. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. If it was Toronto, same thing happened to us. Yeah, I'd be pissed. Probably for a month. Or until we got our revenge. Either way. Probably until we got our revenge. 76th minute. I'm still stewing about the Independiente game. I've shown my hair before. Come on now. Yeah, that's a corner. We beat Dallas and drew them this year. Frank Boley owns Dallas. Hey. Yeah. 76th minute. Once my hair grows out from being cut, my hairline does not look, no. It looks more. One, there's a reason why we get $5 busted fades a lot. Second of all, like when it starts growing out, like if it really grows out, it doesn't look too bad. But it's always, the most it normally grows out is like this much. Maybe like once a year it grows out to the point where it doesn't look. Like when it grows from a $5 busted fade to it starts growing out, my hairline does look a little bit screwed. I'll admit that. Yeah, you're not wrong. But when it grows out more, like you could really see hair on like down and it starts getting curly at the back. Still see hair under my hat. It's not that bad. But where's Shohei Ohtani going to? Who would you trade for him? Well, he can't be traded because the trade deadline's over. But where is he going? Probably, I would say Dodgers, Mets, Blue Jays could be a dark horse. I don't think it'll be the Yankees. If he goes to New York, it'll be the Mets. I don't think he's staying with the Angels. I think, yeah, that is the best thing you ever said still. For me, it's either the San Francisco Giants, the New York Mets, the two dark horses, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Toronto Blue Jays. Cardinals only because Newt Barr is there. Shot over the bar. I think the Texas Rangers might have a chance. But the LA Dodgers, the bigger chance, LA Dodgers, New York Mets, Texas Rangers. I could see the Seattle Mariners getting him. Well, as a free agent, he's a free agent at the end of the year. He will leave Anaheim. He just wasn't traded, but he will leave Anaheim. Like, who? If you can't make the playoffs, why would he stay in Anaheim? I wouldn't. Anaheim is a shit show. And by the way, it's the Anaheim Angels, not the Los Angeles Angels. I will never call them the LA Angels or the LA Angels of Anaheim. No, they're the Anaheim Angels. To me, they're the Anaheim Angels. I'll always call them that, even though they're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim or the LA Angels. Oh, well, the Mariners are on a heater again. Herc agrees with me. The penalty that was called for Monterrey was not a penalty. Herc agrees with me. If you watch Football Americas, he said the same thing I said. That was not a penalty. The Monterrey forward was running into the defender. That is not a penalty. He said the same thing I did. Just so you know. Didn't I say the exact same thing last night? 80th minute. Imagine Shohei Ohtani with the A's. Oh, no, that's not happening. Not next year, no. Maybe his next free agent run when they're in Vegas. But they're not spending any money on Shohei right now. Yeah, the Orioles are good this year. This was the only stream today. One video, one stream. One video, one stream about the same match. That's what it is today. Shot saved by Rougier. Ooh, Rougier's putting in some work. I like it's Sebi. It's Sebi's fault. If anybody hates on Football Americas, I bet it's because they hate Sebi. It's all because they hate Sebi Salazar. It's not because of Herc or Pedroza. It's Sebi Salazar. Saved by Rougier. I mean, I can understand it. Sebi's a jackass. He's a loudmouth, hot take artist who's a jackass. Yeah, I mean, I could see why that pisses people off. Gutierrez 3-0. 1-1 Mariners Padres. That's a pretty good score. I'm not saying Sebi did anything. I'm just saying Sebi Salazar is a hot take spewing jackass who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Who says everything he says with his chest and doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. If he knew what he was talking about and he was a hot take artist, maybe I'd give him some respect. Either Sebi plays the fool to make the shows dynamic and Herc's the fact speaker, or Sebi is a loudmouth, chest-beating, jackass, hot take stirring. It is what it is. Osmendi for Roche. Either he's playing the fool and he's working us. Either he's working us and he's playing the fool, or he legitimately is the fool. I'd respect it more if he was playing the fool. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he worked me into a shoot. I don't know. But maybe Sebi worked me into a shoot. Maybe. I don't know. That maybe he is playing the fool. Maybe he is just playing a gimmick. And I got worked into a shoot. I don't know. I don't know. At least Sebi is honest, even though the things he says gets him a lot of heat. Another wrestling term, heat. Do we know what that means? Anybody but me. Does anybody but me and soccer guy know what that means? I should put it like that. And BKL. Well, I don't know how much of a smart BKL is. He's probably playing the fool while at the same time not realizing he legitimately is a fool. Yeah, that could work too. Yeah, that could work too. 83rd minute. But Herc speaks facts. I agree. But I like Herc. Like Football Americas, I have to admit at first I thought Herc was a shill like a while ago. But watching Football Americas has turned my opinion on him. He speaks facts. Like he speaks facts. Like the past 2.5 years that I've been watching. Football Americas has been around for like 2 years, 2.5. But yeah, as long as Football Americas has been around, he sort of turned my opinion. He does speak facts. You know, I was wrong about Herc at first. And I may have also been a little bit pissed off that he basically shirked Toronto for Seattle and then won the cup the next year. But you know what? And maybe it didn't help. He played like crap for Toronto, only scored like, 1 goal, 2 goals. I thought he would be better. Because I remembered him in Liga MX, and he was scoring goal after goal. Then he comes to Toronto as a backup striker and only scores 1 or 2. He did score when we clinched the playoffs, but maybe I held that against him. I don't know. Maybe I did. But maybe that I also held up against him. But you know what? As a pundit, he speaks facts. And I started to warm up to him, and now he's one of my favorite pundits. So he still should have been better for Toronto, but you know what? He was older anyway. But I agree with that. He's normally right. I agree with that. BKL is David Otunga. Messi is over, no lie. He's over, baby. Yeah, Herc does his research. But I'm just, full disclosure, at first, once Football Americas came around, I warmed up to Herc, and then, of course, he's become one of my favorite pundits because he's always right. He does his research, and he's normally – okay, let me put it like this. He's normally right. You know, sometimes a broken clock is right twice a day, and sometimes a working clock is wrong twice a day, you know? Already said about flares already. 86 minutes, 2-0, but it had to be – but Football Americas is kind of what turned it around. Sebi just wants to stir the pot. He's just wrong most everything he said. They make fun of Herc when he comes on Mexico ESPN. Yeah, I know. When he's on all those shows. Football Picante. I remember when he was on Football Picante. And they were talking about Tecatito. And they were talking about Tecatito being the best player on Mexico or being better than Pulisic. And then Herc just takes off his mic and walks off. Like, he was stunned, shocked that they were like, Tecatito is better than Pulisic or something. And he takes his freaking mic off and just walks. I'm like, yeah, I would do the same. My point is sometimes when you're normally right, you still could be wrong. My point being is when you're normally wrong, you could still be right. A blind mouse finds a nut once in a while, or a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. And then sometimes when you're an all-seeing squirrel, that blind squirrel beats you to the nuts sometimes, you know? Is that better? Is that better? Sometimes when you're normally right, you still could be wrong. You can still end up being wrong, very rarely. But sometimes when you're always wrong, like Sebi, sometimes you're right. Sometimes you hit the nail on the head. I mean, when you're making all those takes, you're bound to be wrong sometimes and then be right sometimes. Thoughts on Faitelson? That Football Picante crew, just all of them are trolls. Most of the Football Picante crew are just trolls. Like, Football Picante is a show full of shit posters and trolls. That's what that is. Some of them are worse than others. Faitelson is worse than others. But Football Picante is a show full of shit posters and trolls. that somehow work at ESPN. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Except when Hurt comes on there, but you get it. Some of them are better than others, but most of them, they're all shit posters and trolls. Like, who legitimately believes Tecatito Corona is the best player in CONCACAF? Even 2 years ago. Who legitimately believes that? Like, yeah, Herc was right to walk off the damn show. Like, if you're telling me, if you're making the argument that Tecatito Corona is the best player in CONCACAF, you're smoking crack. You are smoking crack. You are legitimately smoking crack. Like, even if he is good for Sevilla, right? What has he done for the national team over the past 2 years? It's like, oh, but he's better than Pulisic. He's better than Davies. He's better than, I don't know, throw out a random Central American here. He's better than Leon Bailey, or I guess Caribbean. Bro took it personally. I'm just saying, who thinks that? Who thinks Tecatito is better than Pulisic or Davies or Bailey? Who? Who legitimately could give me a good argument that Tecatito is better than Davies, better than Pulisic? Who? Corona was good. That's his level. Tim Way is a Tecatito stan. That's why they called him Tecatito in Lille. But you know what? Now he deserves to play right wing back in Juventus. Tecatito was linked to the Galaxy. Oh my God, that's foolish. That is just no. Jonathan David is better than all those guys right now. True. But I'm just saying. I don't want Tecatito on TFC. If I want Insigne out the door, why would I want Tecatito? Why? Like, seriously. If I want Insigne out the door and going to Saudi Arabia, why would I want Tecatito on TFC? Like, what? Might as well keep Lorenzo. Might as well. A minute and a half to go in stoppage time. 2-0. 2-0. I think Insigne, he's not playing well at all, no. He's been injured a lot, but he's only scored, 7, 8 goals with TFC over like a full season overall? That's not what we signed him for. And besides, he wants out the door anyway, and I mean, Saudi will pay his money. Bernardeschi is still, if you give Bernardeschi a project and he stays, he could come good. He had good moments. He could come good. Insigne, no. I want to write him off. I'm like, hey, go to Saudi, get your money, get more money, let them pay out your contract, go on. Bernardeschi could still be salvageable. In my opinion, Bernardeschi is salvageable. If you give him a project, he buys in back to that new project, and he stays, he's salvageable. I don't want him to go. Insigne, on the other hand, no. See, but he is a very morale-boosted player. If his morale is high, he's a better player. But you could see that he has still good moments, even though he's been on a lame duck run. Insigne, well, he just throws his hands up. It's like, whatever. So, I'd keep Bernardeschi. I think Malula and Owusu is going to be better than Insigne. I wouldn't be surprised if Malula is starting over Insigne by the end of the year. And that's a full-time 2-0, full-time 2-0 Motagua. 2-0. Yerson Maya scores both goals. Motagua should have won by more, but they did definitely win. 2-0 Motagua. That's the way it ends. Motagua tied for top of the group, and they're pretty much through. Interesting. But again, Didiahen on at 9. I think the game at 7. I'll check. But with that being said, they're both flops in MLS. I'd rather have, if you're putting Shaqiri in there, honestly, Tecatito. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you within the hour for the review of this match. And there you go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.